What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TJR Auto channel. My name is Tyler, and in today's video, we're saying goodbye to our fuggliest purchase or trade yet. Now, I don't know, nobody really touched on it when I got rid of the truck for this. I think trading the truck for this was kind of like a good move in a way, you know? At least parts-wise, this car is definitely worth more than what the truck was. So I think we made out good there. And yes, I put a lot of time into this. I did basically put my whole tax return into this, which is unfortunate because that's like free money, especially in today's economy. That really is free money. But yeah, before I bother sinking more money into it, we're just dumping it off. And it's going to be the next guy's problem. But of course, I didn't sell it for cash. I'm trading it for something else that looks a little similar and basically doesn't run or drive. You know, I'm really not good at this wheeling and dealing sort of thing. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten back into like trading and buying and stuff. I don't know. Okay, I'm waiting on my new car to get here now. So let's just see what I get. Well, folks, here we are once again. It's almost like we did this about, I don't know, a week and a half ago. So there's two obvious factors sitting in this garage with us. One of them being that there is a 98 Cobra that I now own, and the other one being that I have a serious problem. I now can say that I am the proud new owner of this 1998 Ford Mustang Cobra. This is a real deal Cobra. This is not a clone like how the blue 96 GT had, you know, the Celine body kit and the logo on the side. No, this is the real deal, the real bad boy Cobra. So you might say, Tyler, why did you get one Mustang to just get another? And my answer to you is I don't really know. I was offered this car as a trade for the blue GT, and I just kind of couldn't turn it down, if we're going to be honest. This is one of those like too good of a deals to pass up sort of things. And I know there's probably a million people out there that are kind of hoarders with cars because they always say, oh, that's too good of a deal to pass up. This is definitely too good of a deal to pass up. So yes, I would have liked to have gone further with the blue 96. But at the end of the day, I had no true attachment to that car. I had no desire to keep it. I really wanted to sell that for, sell it for cash and then be able to actually, do stuff like buy paint for the GTO and fix stuff and save money for once. So instead of doing that, I got a Cobra. This got trailered here. This didn't drive here. And the reason is because it doesn't drive. A funny fact, it doesn't run. Now, something that's not so funny is the amount of mold in this interior. But another factoid that's not so funny is the fact that this bad boy has a 4-valve in it. And the best part is it's a cammed 4-valve. This ain't no stock pony in here. So for anybody who is, let's say, not a Ford person or they don't care about Mustangs, that's fair. I can't be mad at you. But then you probably don't know what this big hunk of metal is sitting between the strut towers. Mind you, these strut towers are probably the cleanest strut towers I've ever seen on a Mustang. They are flawless. Besides the point, this right here is a 4-valve, 4.6 liter. Now, this is one of those kind of holy grail motors, and I guess in the Ford world. They're great, they sound amazing, they perform pretty well. They don't make the most power in the world, but in my opinion, this kind of car is more of a driver's car, not necessarily, the fastest car at the strip sort of thing. So as far as I know with this motor, it actually came out of a different Cobra. This car was purchased by the previous owner as a roller a couple years ago. He basically redid the entire bay, and he had bought a rotted out Cobra that he pulled this engine out of, fully rebuilt it, resealed everything, put comp cams in it, and then stuck it into this car. Now, allegedly, he had the car running, which I do have basically one video of the car running. He had the car running with this engine setup and the cams, and he had it tuned, which is great. But that leads us to our next problem of, as soon as he got the car tuned with the cams, he basically took the stock fuel system out and put 42-pound fuel injector clinic injectors, which I've never heard of them, but it's got 42-pound injectors, supposedly an upgraded regulator, and an upgraded pump. The problem is the car was never tuned after that. So right now, if you try to start it, it kind of just stumbles, backfires, and doesn't really want to do anything. So we're going to have to deal with that. But it's got a big old throttle body, as every Ford guy loves. Good old BBK, the best. Just kidding, they're not. But it's got the BBK thingy here, an SET MAF, which I also did get. The stock injectors and the stock MAF came with this car, which is great, because that's exactly what we're going to be putting back into this car, because I just want to drive this thing. I don't care about making it fast. I don't care about it being perfect. I just want to drive it. So this is a pretty sharp looking car. I don't know. There's just something about the presence of it being a Cobra, and it's probably just the fact that I know it's a Cobra. There's just something about it that to me is just cool. You know, I got the blue car originally because I didn't want to be attached to anything. And I'm really trying not to get attached to this, but it's just kind of hard not to because it's pretty cool. But anyways, there's no significant damage to any body panels. The car is actually very straight. For those who remember, the blue car had a huge knot in the quarter back there. This car is pin straight and zero rust. Well, zero visible important rust. I found some, but we're not going to talk about that right now. As we can tell, she is dirty. She's been sitting for a while. We do have some damage to the front bumper, paint-wise, a lot of spider cracks and whatnot. I think this car has been resprayed before. There's like multiple different shades of white everywhere, but yeah, you guys can just tell how dirty this thing is. Has these pretty cool 3D printed inlays for the hood scoops, which are cut out on the backside. So these are functionally doing nothing, essentially. So there's that. Got some black Cobra badges all across. Black leather interior. It's in pretty good shape for the mileage. I'm not going to put a light on it because it's just mold. But driver's side door panel is off. Funny enough, that door is not from this car. Who the hell knows what car that came off of? But yeah, apparently the window regulator is bad on that side, so that's why we just have this window open to try to air the car out. Like I said, she's pretty damn straight. She's pretty clean. Well, dirty, but clean. I'm guessing at some point it had some sort of duck bill on it or something. A wing that definitely looked better than this. Got some dark tails, and there's nothing really fun inside the trunk. And I don't care to open the trunk because both hinges are unbolted, and the trunk kind of just goes wherever it wants. And the underneath rain gutter is actually rotted out, which sucks. Not the end of the world. Roof does have some clear coat peel to some degree. Just some aftermarket headlights on the old girl. And I was given these, I believe these are FR500 wheels. Deep dish in the back, normals up front. They're 17s, which suck, which this thing had 18s on it, but whatever. Some nice dark tint. Yeah, driver's side seat isn't even torn. Unfortunately, the one valuable thing in this interior is messed up, but could be worse. And here we have a grand total of $141,000 on the old girl. Now, looking at the title, I'm pretty sure the previous owner, who basically put a lot of time and money into the engine, trans setup, and he did a lot of work to this thing. He put about 5 miles on this car, which is kind of sad. This was like his dream spec Cobra, but hey, life happens. And now he has a Pro-Charged 96 GT Celine clone. But from what I was told, this car basically has the rebuilt engine that's got cams. I looked underneath it and I saw it does have a pretty nice big oil pan. I don't know what brand it is. Almost looks like some sort of like Moroso pan, or it's definitely a bigger pan. So that's cool. The trans apparently is built and it's got a McLeod clutch in it. No clue what kind. And then the rear end supposedly has 411s with C-clip eliminators and Cobra axles, which is pretty cool. Now, trust me, a lot of me wants to just not do anything else tonight and just play with this thing and try to get the thing to run. The battery's stone dead, so I have my little trickle charger over here in the corner. That's got to go for a while for it to get any sort of juice back into it. But first things first, I need to clean the interior because it's just full of mold. It's pretty nasty and gross. And we've made a new friend. Look who's here. Look at that. Coming to check out my newest Ferd. You got to say, what do you think from back there?
Definitely another Mustang.
But it's a Cobra. Alrighty, folks, well, that's where we're going to be wrapping up today's video. It's probably not a good idea to be sitting in this car. It still smells a lot. And I don't know, I deep cleaned it pretty good and shampooed the carpets and whatnot, so that sounds like a different day's issue. And I did plan on putting more content into this video of like actually tearing into it and trying to figure out what's wrong with it. And along the way, we have come across some drama and actually uncovering the real truth behind why this car has been sitting for 2 years. And yeah, things went a little south, to say the least, because it's still sitting in my garage. But if you guys want to find out all that stuff, you got to tune into next week's video, because this one would have been ridiculously long. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I truly do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys like the Cobra. Let me know down below what you guys think about this little deal, trading the ProCharge 96 GT for the 98 Cobra. But as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one.